First at 6, we're following new and significant developments, the ongoing legal battles over the National Guard, with tensions now rising between federal and local leaders. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco.
And I'm Christine Pitawanich. Let's get you caught up. Today, the Ninth Circuit heard arguments over whether 200 Oregon National Guard troops can be deployed to Portland. Judges have not yet made a decision. Until they do, those troops will remain in limbo, active but not deployed.
Meanwhile, a federal judge in Chicago granted a temporary restraining order blocking the deployment of National Guard troops in Illinois for 2 weeks, though those troops are already on the ground. The judge calling Homeland Security's narrative of what's happening, quote, simply unreliable.
And Secretary Kristi Noem reaffirmed her position today about sending troops to both cities during a cabinet meeting at the White House, threatening to expand ICE operations and the federal presence if local officials refuse to cooperate.
If we have to do it the hard way in Portland and Chicago, we will.
There you go. Once again, we have live team coverage, including how local and state leaders also seem unwilling to find any sort of compromise. But first, Kyle Aboshi, as we await that critical ruling from the Ninth Circuit. Kyle?
Well, based on their questions, at least 2 judges appeared to side with the Trump administration. They pounced on Oregon's attorney and questioned a district court judge's decision to temporarily block the deployment of the Oregon National Guard. Just minutes into a hearing before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, one of the judges jumped in with a question. The 3-judge panel would go on to challenge the lawyers for nearly an hour as the appellate court considered whether to overturn a lower court order temporarily blocking the deployment of the Oregon National Guard in Portland.
Ninth Circuit is known to be a bit of a hot bench when it comes to very important or of-the-moment questions.
The state of Oregon argued the president exceeded his authority and claimed local police could handle the protests outside the ICE facility in South Portland.
Where the president's determinations are untethered from reality, they cannot represent a colorable assessment of the facts within a range of honest judgment.
But the 2 Trump-appointed judges pushed back, questioning U.S. District Court Judge Karen Immergut's temporary restraining order blocking federalized troops.
I'm sort of trying to figure out how a district court of any nature is supposed to get in and question whether the president's assessment of executing the laws is right or wrong. 2 of the 3 judges appeared to side with the federal government, suggesting the president knows more about what's going on inside the ICE building than what's seen outside.
At some point, the president is entitled, when his subordinates are telling him, we are overstretched, this is unsustainable, the officers aren't available to do their jobs, they're not available to surge to other places where we face violence. The president is entitled to say enough is enough and bring in the National Guard to reinforce the regular forces.
For several months, a small group of demonstrators has gathered in front of the ICE facility in South Portland, leading to occasional clashes with federal agents protecting the building. This high-stakes legal battle is just the latest test of President Trump's authority to use military force to respond to protests. No word on when we might get that ruling. It could come really at any moment. If the temporary restraining order is upheld, the National Guard cannot be deployed. If it's rejected, troops could be deployed immediately.
Yeah, many Portlanders waiting to see what those judges decide. Thank you, Kyle.